And welcome again to another edition of Astral News. I'm your host, MC Priest, and joining me, my trusty co-host, Chappie. How you doing today, my man?
I'm good.
Good.
Happy to be back.
Yeah.
Ready to bring some news.
We got some news, we got some good news, we got some bad news, and we will get
mediocre news.
mediocre news.
We
Right.
like the word bad around here.
That's true. But first and foremost, a big thank you to the sponsors,
Always.
Twitch, MetaThreads, and AZO Corp. Make sure you're going to follow us. Make sure you're going to follow Astral Authority on Twitter.
Yeah.
Little mix up there. So let's get right into it. Heroes of the Storm had a little bit of a championship at BlizzCon this past weekend,
yes.
and unfortunately, not the worst news, but we did go down Astral Authority 2-0 to Team Dignitas.
Two decently close games.
Right.
So it wasn't like a blowout.
Easily could have
like
gone
a goose
2-0
egg or anything.
Easily could have gone 2-0 to Astral. And Team Dignitas going on again, of course, to beat PBA in the next round.
Right.
And Ballistics Gaming, your champion from Korea, they would wind up being your fall champion, beating Fnatic in the finals there. So, Chappie, I guess my question to you, overall impressions of Astral Authority at BlizzCon and in such a big international tournament.
Yeah. I had a lot of fun. I thought that that Astral's HOTS team did a fantastic job. Like I said, the games were close. I think that there were, I didn't see any draft problems per se. I wasn't like
some new strats.
There's some new strats. I wasn't scratching my head at any of, their choices or anything like that. I thought it was the Stitches choice was awesome. Frankly, there were maybe some people out there who were probably like, what? But I thought that Stitches was a great choice combined with Malfurion's snare and the Gorge. I thought that it worked out really well in team fights.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that they did a pretty good job. The thing to remember about that, though, is that if you choose to go that route and use that strategy, if you don't land the hook, it's more or less nullified.
Yeah.
So if you go into it and the hook's not landing or you're not feeling that, it's not going to work very well for you. I didn't think that was necessarily the problem as far as why we didn't come out with a win there.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that they actually did really well in team fights, but as it was kind of like a map awareness issue from my perspective that caused those losses at the end. I noticed a lot of 4-on-2s and 3-on-1s, and it just seemed like there could be a lot quicker, switching it up, a lot quicker shifts in the map to get, to kind of keep that to a minimum.
Right, and not getting caught.
Right, not getting caught with your pants down, more
Right.
or less. I mean, it's just one of those things. Sometimes there's nothing you can do about it. You don't see it coming. Sometimes maybe another shift could have happened.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't in the booth. I don't know.
Right, we weren't listening to the communication. We don't know what they were talking about.
And it's important to keep in mind. I was introducing some new people to the esports world during that match. So I was explaining to my little brother and his friend who had never watched a single moment of esports the game as we were watching, and just they had a great time. So there's something positive to come from it.
Yeah, and I'm sure the guys had a great time down there.
Yeah,
experience BlizzCon firsthand.
Yeah, BlizzCon looked incredible. I had severe FOMO. It looked like so much fun.
And it's not like this is the end of their season or even the year, because coming up, they're going to go to China here early December.
Yep.
They're going to participate in the Gold Club World Championship alongside several of the top international teams.
And I know they're excited.
Right.
I've seen it.
Team Dignitas will be there, Ballistics will be there, MVP Black will be there. So a lot of the big names that you're used to in the HOTS community are going to be there to compete in this as well. So it's another chance for them to get back out there. And what can we expect from the guys in that tournament and going forward?
I notice a lot of Varian buzz going on. If you want, I mean, I usually would go broad and then jump to specifics, but I'm gonna go straight to specifics here. I think that coming up with new combinations for a new hero could be really interesting to see what they do with that. I've seen them practicing with it. I also know that they are putting in the practice necessary to compete. We've had them in the studio.
Yeah,
that they're not the type
I was watching Psalm on Twitch this past week. Playing the new character and just loving it.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of fun. I also am super curious if they want to continue the Dehaka thing. It's not that Dehaka is like an unheard of character in the professional realm, but I hadn't seen much Dehaka from the Astral boys that I can recall. So I want to see if they're going to stick with that character and sort of build around him. Maybe just get rid of it. Maybe maybe they aren't even changing anything. Maybe things just didn't go their way, and they truly believe in the strategy they had come up with for regionals. That's what I'm looking forward to seeing.
Yeah, and then of course in January they have the Heroes Global Championship. So we had the Fall Championship this past weekend at BlizzCon. Now we have the Global Championship coming up here in a couple months. A little bit more time for them to prep, a little bit more time to scrim together and come up with some pocket strats and things like that, because it's for sure not a lack of creativity. If anything,
no,
they're very creative, and they're one of the most creative and cerebral teams here on the Heroes of the Storm.
And we've seen that,
And we will probably continue to see that as they develop as a team and go forward.
I hope so.
Yeah, I do too. And one last thing before we move on. You can always follow Chappie and I individually. I'm at Taylor710 ESPN, and Chappie
at Astral_Chappie.
There you go. He's an Astral man. He's a company man.
I didn't even ask permission.
No,
I just did it.
He took it.
I just took it.
It
was there, and I had to take it.
And then don't forget to subscribe to our podcast, The Joystick Club.
Yeah.
You can find that anywhere that podcasts are available. So on iTunes or
literally
Stitcher,
anywhere you could think of,
or even your Windows Media Phone if you happen to be one of the.
You can even go download them manually if you'd like.
If you wanted
to,
just
kind of put them into Winamp. And
thejoystick.club.
Yeah.
If you're looking for any old episodes. And, of course, we have all our interviews on there as well, linked to our SoundCloud. And then, again, huge thank you to our sponsors, Twitch, MetaThreads, and ASIO Corp, for always keeping Astral Authority fully decked out in the best and finest of gear.
Absolutely.
And they're playing on the best and finest of gear thanks to ASIO Corp. And thank you so much for watching. Week 2, Astral News. We're going to be bringing you more news each week and as it permits.
Absolutely.
So make sure you're staying tuned to the YouTube page here and looking out for all of our videos. But big thank you to everyone watching. And we look forward to bringing you some more news, hopefully next week. But until then,
GG.
GG.